The ceiling becomes the floor. Now, the ceiling is when you have a ceiling when your stock in the 200 is under when your stock in the 20, I'm sorry. You have a ceiling when your stock and the 20, right, are both under the 200. Now, the longer it remains under, this is a 5-minute chart of Bitcoin, guys. Right? The previous chart was a 15-minute chart. I think we're looking at a 5-minute chart now. So look, the previous chart was a daily and the one before that was a 15. This is a 5-minute. Every bar is 5 minutes of trading. Now listen, the longer your stock and its 20-period moving average, your stock, your cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter, whatever item you're looking at. The longer both of them remain under the 200, the stronger, the more powerful the 200 ceiling is. You see, if the stock and the 20 stayed just blip under the 200 and they don't spend a lot of time under the 200 has not had an opportunity to ossify. The 200 hasn't had an opportunity to build up its power. All right. So the longer your stock stays below, the more powerful the 200 becomes. Now, look at the stock. Look at what the stock does. The stock, remember, I think I've always mentioned this to you, but a moving average is never as the skinny line as, it's not a skinny line as your platform would have you believe. All right, see, the platform is lying to us here. It's showing the 20-period moving average and the 200 as this really thin line. But in truth, the 200 in particular is more of like a zone. And you got to look at it more like a zone, almost like a rope that has leeway. So it's really like this. Like if I were to create my own trading platform, the moving averages would look like that, right? With the line running in between. Okay. So anyway, notice how the stock comes right toward the 200. Remember, it's a zone, so it doesn't have to touch it. That's close enough to be a retest of the 200. And the 200 says, I thought I told you that you're not welcome here. Boom. All right. But we're spending all of this time below the 200. Now we come and we retest again. Boom. And the 200 says, didn't I get out of here? Boom. Boom. Now remember the wedge I told you? Do you remember? Do you see it? Do you see it? I used to have a classmate who had a very severe stutter, you know? And when he got excited, it was a group of us, and he was one of our best friends. And I hope he's not listening here anyway. But we would make fun of him because when he got excited, he'd be like, la, 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 la. All right, so that's every time I get excited about something. La, 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 la. That's in honor of my friend. All right, so la, 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 la. Look at that. Look at that stock get trapped between. Look at that wedge form. It's never. Remember, I told you the 20 is like a zone. So don't take these little tiny wicks below as breaking. That's not breaking. That's like leaning on the fence. That's leaning against the 20, leaning against the ropes. All right. Boom. Now the 20 overpowers the 200 at this point. Now, remember I told you that the 200 is a ceiling. But if the 20 propels your item high enough above, then what was the ceiling becomes the floor. Now think about this, guys. If you are in an apartment building, right? And these are floors. This is floor 1. This is floor 2. Now, for the people who live on floor 1, this is the ceiling. But for people who live on floor 2, the ceiling for those on 1 is the floor for those on 2. So here is 1 and here is 2. And this is the ceiling for 1 and the floor for 2, right? So basically we break through the ceiling. We go to the second floor. We break through the ceiling, look down again, and what we considered to be the ceiling on the floor below us is now the floor for us. And then the rest is history. Love that sound. Yeah, I love it. Nice. All right. So, yeah, why is this important? Because when you know something has converted itself to the floor, when you know the 200 is converted to the floor, you want to buy near the floor. Silly goose. Why is it important? That's why it's important. And what do you want to buy? Well, if green overpowers red near that floor, boom, 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 boom. There you go. Boom. All right. And at this point, just dips are buyable. Green overpowers red here. Green overpowers red there. I love it. Now we're narrow. Are we narrow? Yes, we're narrow. And then we go wide. All right. We'll go back to narrow again and back to wide again. Those are the only two states the market vacillates between. All right. So good. That's another concept down. Damn.